Okay, since I've answered one of Plush Life's questions before, he's asked another one. So he's gave me an inbox message, which I'll read in a minute, and he's put it also on the forum for my attention, our attention. And he's put, "Hey all, how to deal with shit tests. Last night I had my first date with a very beautiful girl." Great, things are working. She was really compliant and had invested a lot when we met and when we texted and phoned. Good. But on the first date, she kept cycling between investing heavily and throwing out shit tests. What's the best way to deal with this behaviour? And is there any way to cut it out completely? Thanks for your advice. For a start, if your game's really banging and it's really on form and you're being calibrated and you have conviction, confident, and you're really with it, then shit tests aren't really going to come up. But of course, they will in the beginning of this game. So yes, so what you have to do in the meantime to deal with this, and of course we'll always get one now and then, Claudia Schiffer could turn up and just go, "Hey Beckster, here's this, throw that in your face." Okay, so yeah, for example, so then your PM said, because we were talking about being more specific of what happened, and you said you were getting now and then you were getting her into the zone, and you could see her, on another plane, as it were, going with it, vibing with it, and all of a sudden she'd catch herself doing it and snap herself out of it, and then she said she had like problems trusting people completely, which pretty girls definitely do have, because men try to abuse that, which we don't want that. And so a good thing that you said is you asked her how would you feel like when you're in that nice time with me, and I can see you feeling it because you brought up that she kept snapping out of it. What does it feel like when you're actually really having a good time with me? And she said it's a 10 out of 10. And so my response to you would be, you could free flow with NLP and so on. So you could say, okay, so imagine on your elbow, and you feel, when you trust someone really strongly, and you can anchor it to yourself. When you trust someone really strongly, it might be your mother or your father or someone that you really that you connect with, no matter what, on a deeper level. So it'd feel like a 10 example, and you could touch your elbow and say, okay, so this is a 10, okay, we're going to start here, and for every inch I go up, let's give that an extra point. So if I go up one more, it'd be 11, and then you touch your elbow and you go 11, and she goes, yeah, that's right. So imagine I jumped like 3 up now, right now, with me, where would you feel that? And she would go, I guess that would be 14, and you go, correct, very good, very good. So it's good to say, that's right, very good. So you're going up the yes ladder, she's nodding, she's being compliant, and she's loving it as well, so that's why. If she didn't love it, she'd break out of state and she wouldn't be with it. So we're going up with a sliding anchor. And then you say, okay, so if we push it even higher, and you feel it slowly higher, and count as we're going up, she'll have 15, 16, and she's feeling that connection even stronger until you get to her. So what would be the top? What would that be? And she'll probably say 20, because they always see it as a 10 scale. And say 20, and now Matt, you've already doubled that trust factor with you and connecting it towards you and affiliated it towards you. And now you have a massive connection. You go, okay, so if I look that right in now with me, and we feel totally comfortable at state with each other right now, let's keep it as that. Doesn't that feel nice? Does that feel nice to you? She goes, yes, okay, so now we can carry on with our date. And then you carry on like that. And I would probably do that in a lot longer version. I wouldn't speed it through doing that and so on. So that's just a quick thing, but yeah, you can do it in a much longer. I'd advise doing it in a longer scale as well. And also a good one maybe to throw in is an old school one that everyone loves. If you can do it correctly, works really well, where you can use a sliding anchor with it, is the cube. So do the cube on them and say, how much does that relate to you on a scale of 1 to 10? And then you can just build it up with a sliding anchor. You can also do that with building up like lust, attraction, desire, and so on. And then people just like have fun with each other that night because they're so excited and worked up. And then you can get it to do it on you as a joke as well, and you will actually feel it, and that will enhance the night and emotions, and it will also make you calibrate it together, and it gains really major deep rapport. So you're doing so many things all at once just by having a little bit of fun with a sliding anchor. Okay, so if you've got any questions on NLP, I suppose, as well, subscribe and give me a like, and I'll I'll see you later, and direct a question at me if you feel you have to.